So as many of you guys know by now, the YouTuber MamaMax is pretty crazy. But even I didn't expect him to say something as crazy as what was leaked in this clip posted by Vince Vintage, where he captions it by saying, MamaMax's unhinged rant. I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I'm the pedo hunter, from an unreleased video edit.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you. And I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth. Like, I'm the friggin' pedo hunter.
Vince Vintage then posts another clip with the caption, I thought Charlie's video about obsessive creeps was about me, because I get what I'm doing is creepy and obsessive.
I clicked this video because I thought he was talking about me. Are you okay? Are you sure?
Why do I do this to me?
Because I get it. Like, I get what I'm doing is creepy and obsessive. It is. But I promised them I would not let them down, and I will not.
Doe Jangles responds by saying, this level of cope is insane. Vince Vintage responds, come on, he's the friggin' pedo hunter. Dentavius responds, bro thinks he's the Joker. Vince responds, I could literally cancel you, Dentavius. Savox responds by saying, it's almost I'm the goddamn Batman levels on cringe. Dr. Evil Rabbit says, he's a pedo hunter, yet dude fails to provide evidence. Couldn't be me, I'm out here catching them lacking. TJ Lynch says, I kinda hope Charlie does do a full video on MamaMax, if simply because his clapbacks have a tenacity to give us a legendary moment, like with the Sneeko response video a while back. Tommy C reacts to this by saying, this cannot be real? Mutahar says, my god, he's fucking unhinged. Failed Heatsink says, when he goes to bed knowing he really can't do any of this. Kevin says, I'm the pedo hunter, says the man who never hunted an actual pedo. This guy let the community's goodwill go to his head, and now he sees himself as a holy figure raining down judgment. Shugo says, this is the action of someone who calls themselves the good guy while beating their wives. Gaz says, he needs to go outside and touch some grass. Smaggle says, breaking! New messages have surfaced from the MamaMax Survivor Discord server, showing that Spencer and Max are conspiring to sue Muta, just so more exposure can be put onto Camden. He then shows those messages, but before I read them, he follows up with a tweet that I agree with, where he says, I just want to make note that no one should try and contact these people, and I do not condone your actions if you do so. Anyways, these DMs are actually a continuation from what I showed in part 2, with Max suggesting the idea of suing Mutahar for $1 million, and then someone in the server responding, dude, no. Can this just stop? And then Spencer responds by saying, I think this is important personally. Muta has breached terms of the NDA, and his actions have caused cyberstalking and harassment, and this is dangerous. If he doesn't learn, what stops him from doing similar in the future in relation to other cases? I think Muta should be held accountable. His behavior is disgusting. Someone responds by saying, I'd be willing to, after we find out how this is going to be handled legally. But until then, I think I'm going to step back unless I can do anything to help the legal standpoint, just for the time being until we figure this out. Max responds, let's discuss it later, but Spencer is absolutely right, and the money will only help you guys. Someone then responds, how would it have impact on the case? And then another person follows up by saying, my question too. Max replies, the case against Muta would provide resources to help the criminal case against Camden. It would also shift public perception and get attention of the general public like national news, not just YouTube commentary channels. Another person responds by saying, you can count me out regarding that. The cult case is enough for me. Max responds, that's very understandable. Stay strong. Nicholas Diorio responds to this by saying, disgusting freaks. I applaud the girls who are standing up against this shit. Margot Toddler says, he is lying to them. The state doesn't charge. They don't need money. Taxpayers pay for criminal cases when you're a victim and pursuing justice. What money would they need to go to the police, present evidence, and get the state to pick it up? Logical says, I'm sorry, but they still haven't provided any proof this dude did anything. On the person who's admitted to criminal shit is Spencer. Redrum Zombie says, notice it's Max and Spencer 100% wanting to go at Muta? Kurt says, does Max really think it's a good idea to want national attention, considering Spencer admitted to recruiting for the cult? This doesn't seem like it will end the way he thinks it will. Dancing Ocelot says, if they are going to sue based on NDA based on what Spencer said, in here, I don't see he has broke the NDA. He then shows this NDA message from Max on Discord. I don't know if this is the one he specifically sent Muta, but it basically just says that whoever whoever signs this NDA can't publicly talk about anything that the victims have told him that proves Camden is a pedo cult leader. And this NDA, if this is the one he signed, would be in effect for 5 years. Jackie says, pretty sure Muta has a loophole here since Nicholas DiOrio made the first video, and Muta's video essentially rehashed it, meaning it would fall under is or becomes publicly known through no fault of the recipient. But the survivors group chat isn't the only place where Spencer responded to the drama, as someone on Reddit called British T2 ended up leaking even more DMs of Spencer giving her opinion on the drama to them. The reason British T has contact with Spencer is because they reached out to her and MamaMax to help them with their own pedophile situation. If you want to read it, you can pause the video right now and do so, but since this video is more about MamaMax and his case against Camden Gerard Davis, let's just go straight to the DMs British T had with Spencer. It starts out with British T saying, "Hello Spencer, it's been a bit. I've seen some worrying stuff online. Is it true? I don't want to sound accusatory, and I'm really sorry if I do, but is it true that Max is lying about catching predators online? Again, I'm really sorry if I sound accusatory, because I just want to know what the hell is going on. I've heard Max say that the girl Casey that committed suicide in his IMVU video was alive and well during a live stream, even though this is contradicted in his video. Which is true. Why did Max change his story on this? Why did Max make an apology video on his channel? It seems like he got too wrapped up getting attention of folk, but I don't really understand what he meant. Are you able to elaborate at all? Why did Max not release more info on your case with Camden? I'm really sorry that I'm skeptical, because I know I would want to be believed too, and I'm so sorry that I can't believe you full, but I can if you give me more evidence if you are okay with it, because I know it is upsetting and painful to open up to people about it. Why has Max dragged in a lot of YouTubers that had no business in this, such as Charlie or SS Sniper Wolf? Why did he make people believe people like them were potentially predators? I understand attempting to make people get attention, but it feels wrong to do, especially with how people are outraged about doing it the first time, then continuing to do it a second time. Again, I'm very, very sorry about being so skeptic, but I'm scared that I went to the wrong people about me and my friend's abuser. I just want to make sure I did the right thing. A day later, they then say, "Hello, Spencer. I haven't received a reply yet, so I'm assuming you didn't see my message. I have other news that not relate to questions. My abuser is now wanted under a warrant from the Canadian police. If you did make the report, which I believe you did, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I may get closure after 2 years." Spencer responds, "I did, and I'm happy something happened for you. You were so brave, and I thank you for reaching out. As for all the rumors, it's just people that don't like Max taking their opportunity to pounce. And the only questions I can answer are, Casey wanted that to be the ending of her story when told, so he respected her choice. We've spoken to lawyers that advise us not to release evidence in relation to the case for now. It would be a last-ditch effort if this round of reports doesn't work." British T responds, "Okay, thanks for talking to me about it. But what about all of my other questions? Again, you don't have to answer all of them if you feel uncomfortable speaking about them." Spencer responds, "I'd prefer not to answer, especially since I cannot speak for Max. And I know your other questions will be answered over time. There's just been a lot going on at once lately, as you've seen. I'm sorry if any of it is still worrying you." British T responds, "It is. I heard from others that people believe Max faked his videos and never hunted predators with some wrongly concrete evidence I sadly cannot deny the existence of, and I wanted to make sure I did, in fact, put my faith in the correct hands." And then Spencer never responded to them. Anyways, moving on, Nicholas DiOrio says, "MamaMax is one standard deviation away from being mouthy Buddha, investigating Pizzagate and Hillary Clinton on BitChute." Irrational Chad says, "Not sure if people are fully aware, but MamaMax's evidence Discord has been totally compromised. Substantive leaks floating around behind the scenes. This drama is not even close to being over yet." And speaking of those leaks, we actually have Spencer and Max's initial reaction to Nicholas DiOrio and Mutahar dropping their videos in these leaks. It starts out with them linking Nick's video and saying, "From what I've heard, it's just arguing about Muta not covering the story." Spencer responds by saying, "In the call I literally cry asking why he prioritized commentary channels over speaking to any of you. If anything, the full call makes him look bad. I'm sorry I started all of this, guys. I never thought we'd face what we are now, at least to this extent, online." Max responds, "It's not your fault the community is filled with self-serving public figures who are trying to farm content off your suffering. Survivors always face adversity, and that's what part of this documentary is all about." Someone in the chat then responds, "If it were up to me, all of the videos regarding the case would be taken down right now. We should have never gone public with this." Another person responds, "That's what I was trying to hint at my previous message about clean clean slate. I wanted to go public because I didn't think conviction would be possible at the time. I'd still like to share my story at some point, but it isn't so good to do that right now if he's actually being convicted. And we have to understand that if he is convicted, anything we put on the internet or that Max or anyone else regarding this group had said, it will 100% be used by Camden's lawyers in any effort to lessen or make our claims false. And it seems like Max actually did listen to that person's request, as Toastify pointed out on Twitter that all of MamaMax's videos and streams about Camden Gerard Davis have now been removed from his channel. But then we later find out that Max actually privated and unlisted these videos rather than completely deleting them. Regardless, Sensitive Society reacts to this by saying, bro, what the fuck is actually going on? Himpleton says, quick, just delete all of it and act like it never happened. Everyone will just forget if we wait long enough. Name says, the Leviathans must have got him, showing a picture of MamaMax saying, we've got you surrounded, donate to my Patreon. And then Camden saying, Leviathans are coming, Leviathans are coming. Smaggle quote tweets Toastify and says, I would guess he privated the videos/streams, either due to him finally realizing the embarrassment of his recent stuff, not likely, or that since there is police looking into this, he wants to hide all the non-evidence until after Camden is caught, and then re-upload after, likely. So after all of this information about Max leaking out, we got even more leaks. This time, the full context to the recording MamaMax was making about Charlie that I showed at the beginning of the video. The full thing is 50 minutes, but I've cut it down to just the essentials. So without further ado, here is what he said.
Okay, here we go. SS Sniper Wolf this, SS Sniper Wolf that. Oh, SS Sniper Wolf. That's all I hear anymore is SS Sniper Wolf. Sorry. I don't like this guy.
This guy?
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
This is Kavos.
Still does not give me any.
Oh, when I did pick a side, he was being a little asshole.
Oh, really? Oh, who cares?
He's the one who calls me unhinged. Am I unhinged? Am I unhinged, Kavos? SS Sniper Wolf, am I unhinged? Is that funny? Was that good?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Okay.
Kavos saw this part of the video and responded on Twitter by saying, MamaMax going off on me just got leaked. I've caught more pedos than you, and it's not my only personality trait, unlike you, unhinged freak.
Gosh. Like, even after her cancellation, she is still getting way more views than I ever get. Like, I understand. I understand why we hate her. I understand why we want her canceled. I get it, guys. Believe me, I believe it. But there's more important stuff out there, guys. For real, like, way more important. Like, this is garbage. I get it. I agree. I literally agree with you. I'm on your team here, Charlie. I'm on your team. We are on the same team, buddy. You just got to communicate with me. You got to open up, buddy. How many subs she has? Oh my God, dude. You know how much you could do with all that power? God, one friggin' conversation with Spencer, one upload, that's all it would take for this. That's all it would take. And, yeah, this is what we're doing instead.
Friends, it's me. You can work 2 days a year and make $260,000.
15 minutes of your time. That's all I'm asking. They probably think I'm... Dude, right?
Dude, yeah.
Am I not?
Yeah,
Kinda. I feel like I'm the only fucking person who has any sanity with...
Sam Bankman-Fried is facing a...
Well, Coffeezilla too, but...
I don't care who you are or what's your history.
I don't care who you are or what's your history. I don't care. I know, Charlie, that's the problem. That's the problem, Charlie. You don't know my history. You have no idea who the fuck you're messing with.
Not me. I feel like you'll scare him more.
I literally love you, Charlie. I literally love you, dude. I think I would not be doing all of this if I didn't like you. Okay? Are we clear? I don't hate you. I know I'm a little unhinged. Oh, MamaMax is unhinged. Okay? For good reasons. For honestly, like for the right reasons. Oh, Charlie. You're pretty cool. I think you're pretty cool. What you could work on is being more responsive. And I know you have literal millions of people vying for your attention, but you chose to add me on Discord. So I thought that meant you would want to know if there is something you needed to know about. And this is something I thought you needed to know about. And I'll get more into that when we have a conversation. But yeah, just need 15 minutes of your time, bro. 15. I see you playing Remnant 2 DLC. You have time for video games. You have time for me. Okay, I will literally talk to you while you play video games. Like you can literally live stream our entire conversation. I just want to talk to you as like a person. Because I know you are a good man. You have only ever displayed that in your character. But there are some things you can work on. I think there's some things we can all work on. And that's prioritizing children over everything else. But I am being the nicest I could be. I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you. And I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth. Like, I'm the friggin' pedo hunter. Like, just doing my best out here. I told the survivors I would not let them down. And I'm not gonna. Not gonna let them down. This is real shit. This is the real shit. The realest shit can get. Is that right? It's the real shit. We are real. I love this dude, though. Dude literally could be talking to you right now. Just talking your ear off about something. Because I get it. Like, I get what I'm doing is creepy and obsessive. It is. But I promised them I would not let them down. And I will not. And that will make me obsessive because this is what I'm obsessed about. More people need to hear about it. More people need to see it. Because we do not know how common it is. We literally have no idea how common it is.
Nicholas DiOrio shows Houston Police Officers Union thanking Chet Goldstein, who did the original sting operation on EDP-445, for getting child predators off the streets, and captions it by saying, "The Police Officers Union in MamaMax's current state of residence put out a glowing endorsement of Alex Rosen. The man who failed to help put away EDP-445 has made more contributions than Max. I find this particularly funny because I dog on the Chet Goldstein guy all the time. People telling me he's really turned it around recently, and I guess it's worth giving him a second look." Nicholas DiOrio also tweets out, "Just to share what's on the horizon. My next video will be a companion piece to be viewed alongside MamaMax Lied About Everything. That is my last planned piece of main content on Max, and we will be moving on to different topics after that. And I'm sure whenever Nicholas comes out with his new video against Max, it will include more evidence against him for people to react to on Twitter. So when that happens, I will be sure to show you all the Twitter reactions here on this channel. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. In the the meantime, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this in the comment section below. I think the fact that it's gotten to this point with Max is just absolutely insane. Him acting as if he can falsely accuse Critical of being a pedo at any time, and that Charlie should be grateful that he doesn't, is just ego to a degree that I have not seen in a very long time. But that's just my opinion. Again, I would love to hear yours in the comment section below. Anyways, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.